В Германии чемпионат начинается 18 августа. То есть вот, действительно еще почти месяц до старта. Ну, плюс будут предварительные игры Кубка традиционно. Бавария, кстати, играет раньше всех в первом туре дома с Байером. Как раз 18 августа. С нетерпением мы этого ждем.
When you add Hummels into that equation, I think midfield, you've got to throw Thiago, Vidal back in. It's better by Munich, starting to find those little pockets of space, intricate passing, become accustomed to seeing from them, comfortable. Wingers coming inside, fullbacks providing it width. Rafinha and Bernat are doing this afternoon.
Slid forward by Hummels. Lewandowski. Thomas Muller slotted into his role, but the ball didn't go forward. It went to Koeman instead. Now Lewandowski running forward, and he's well stopped by Musacchio. Niang goes over.
Good reaction by Coleman. Niang again, proving a good outlet for Milan. I thought he really shone in a Watford shirt last year.
Hand-picked by Walter Mazzari, who knew him from Italy, of course. Borini can't believe he didn't get a free kick. Borini having a little dart on the right side here with Niang pulled out to the left by Montella. Montolivio. Rodriguez. Now Niang having a run against Rafinha and saying goodbye to him. Off he goes. And he's got past Hummels as well.
Well, he's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? The competition for place. He's clearly brought that confidence from his long spell at Watford into this pre-season. Leaves Rafinha for dead. Hummels comes over. I'm entirely sure there's a hell of a lot of contact. It's probably the momentum takes him down. Slightly fortunate to get the free kick, but again, looks very, very bright.
Montolivio bossing it, isn't he? You know, it's important to have him back out there. He just sets the tone for everybody around him.
He's a calming influence as well. He knows when to crank up the tempo of the game, when to go and press in midfield, when to maybe just sit in and use that experience that he undoubtedly has.
Very, very high line here by Bayern. Rodriguez, space to be exploited, and they did so, and they've conceded again. Crotone scores, and Milan lead 2-0 against Bayern Munich here in the Longan Stadium.
Well, you mentioned the high line, and we've seen this creeping in to football over the last couple of years or so. Teams just trying to be that little bit more aggressive, trying to catch the opposition offside, but they're clever. Montolivo feigns the first one. And look at the Munich defence. Distorted line. Crotone produces a magnificent header. Rodriguez puts it on the money, and there's no stopping that header. Very confident header by the young man. Super.
The 19-year-old, that is a special, special moment for him. His first goal for the Milan first team. Look what it means. Don't think we foresaw this scoreline.
I certainly didn't. Not with the strength of the Munich starting 11. You just don't know what goes on in between the games, whether this is one that they may have penciled off in terms of we know that players will be fatigued. It's just a case of getting X amount of minutes under the belt, but certainly ideally you want the performance as well.
At Bayern Munich, Keith, only the best is good enough every single day.
Very much so, and that's why they are where they are in world football. The strength that they have in depth, the transfers.
Bernat, I hope he's not twisted something there.
Again, it's Kessie, isn't it? Putting him under severe pressure. Clearly, and a lot of stress, Bernat. The physios come on just to see exactly. I think it's his left ankle. Hopefully it's just a reaction maybe. But Kessie's been very, very impressive in this opening quarter.
Always well followed wherever they go, Bayern, by their own supporters. And Ancelotti might be reminding his players of that at half-time.
Well, he doesn't look happy. His players have been sloppy. You only have to look at the conceding from that set piece. They're basics that you can, doesn't need to be in terms of fitness and sharpness to be able to deal with free kicks like that all over the place.
Now, we have had drinks breaks in a lot of these games so far. Looks like another one coming up here. Chance to review the goal, the opener, Keith. No.
Super play, wasn't it? Little give and go. Rodriguez pulls it back. A bit fortunate in terms of the deflection. But again, just the bearing out on the line. Could even possibly have done a little bit more to try and stop it going in. Milan players delighted. Rodriguez, it's a delightful ball, it really is. But look at the reaction of the Munich defenders. Catroni pulls off, only eyes for the ball. It's a beautifully placed header.
Not the silkiest of Italian strikers we've ever seen, this youngster Cutrone, but the attitude is good. And he looks powerful. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who has moved on from life in the Bundesliga to Milan. He started against Dortmund. Mercurial magician on his day. I'm not surprised he's left him out, Montella. This doesn't look good, however, for Bernat or for Bayern, does it? And this is the worst aspect of pre-season, of course.
Well, this is the risk, and certainly when we play so many games, such a short space of time, a fatigue. But on that occasion, I just think it was purely the pressure. And Kessie put him under. He knocked him a little bit off balance. It's clearly a twisted ankle.
Not saying it's an upside, but of course the consequence is always in these situations that maybe a young player gets an opportunity unexpectedly. And this time Marco Friedel will come on. Friedel did play some of the game against Arsenal. James Rodriguez is awaiting an invitation to come on, but I don't think this will be the moment. It will be Friedel. One from the Sabenerstrasse Academy. He's actually an Austrian. Almost inquiring what exactly is going on. He's been so relaxed on this tour, Ancelotti, laughing and joking with everybody, playing the PR game brilliantly, but I don't think he'll be particularly happy right now.
Oh, I think you can tell he's clearly unhappy with what he's seen. His team haven't been at it. The sloppiness in the passing, the positional play. There's been no real oomph in terms of how they've gone about things. You have to give AC Milan huge credit. They've really stifled Munich. They haven't let them dictate proceedings in any way, shape or form. They've been aggressive in terms of how they've closed them down. Case in point, Niang, crucial to that. Kessie as well. Niang, as you've already mentioned, swapping sides with Barini, just showing that fluidity that they're trying to instill in their game. Hummels.
Easily cut out by Zapata. Not getting Lewandowski into it much either, are they?
Musacchio and Zapata have been superb. We have to look opposite end of the pitch. Munich back four been very, very disjointed against a 19-year-old. You're talking about Lewandowski. He's been very, very quiet.
Hummels again. Gave it away twice in that little passage. Bonaventura. Now it looks as though they've switched Alaba out to left back, and young Friedel has come to play inside as a centre back, left-sided centre back.
That's the case in point we were making. Alaba again, so versatile, just allows Friedel to take that left-sided centre half spot.
That might have been why Hummels went over and started asking what was going on. Martinez, he too was caught in possession. Cannot get started here, Bayern. Tolisso gives it to Ribéry. Thomas Muller. Coman to the right. Niang getting back into position quickly. On by Tolisso to Ribéry. Frank Ribéry. Muller could not quite get it out from under his feet to hit it.
Well, Ribéry's disappointed. He didn't get the return ball. It was a lovely little give and go. And Muller saying that maybe it got caught a little bit under his feet. Alaba produced the space to allow Ribéry to go inside. You just see here Muller can't quite. Milan bodies, Montolivo eventually scrambles it safe.
Just seems to make such a difference when they have Montolivo out there for Milan. Tolisso. Decent ball by him. Lewandowski got the room, lay off by Muller. Lewandowski didn't hit it first time, did he? Goes left instead. Well, tried to go left instead. Borini it was back in there, working hard. Milan working hard. Hummels. In by Coman. Little flick on by Abate, and there Borini again. Might have done a little bit better with it than concede the corner, but at least he was trying, Keith.
I think the shape and the attitude of the Milan team has been magnificent. Coman swinging the ball in there, they were in really good positions. In the end, it's Borini. Gets it safe, possibly could have cleared it for a throw-in. But again, they look very, very comfortable, Milan.
Nothing doing on a corner again. One back by Tolisso. Martinez wins something. Rodriguez, of course, so well known to Bayern after his long spell in the Bundesliga with Wolfsburg. Encountered both sides of life in that club in the last 5 years. Champions League and Cup winners to relegation threatened. Virtual implosion financially. Rafinha over it, Alaba takes it, bit flat. Montolivo on duty again. Coman has to stretch. Well, he's saying it was accidental. What's your view, Keith?
I think he's got a point, but he clearly makes contact. He just goes to scramble it back quite quickly, but Bonaventura epitomised exactly. He's trying to outstretch to get the ball. The ball's gone. It's clearly contact. They've had a lucky escape there. But again, the energy this Milan side have shown has been very, very impressive.
Harking back to that Montolivo injury, I was actually there at the game, and Montolivo, my Italian's not good enough, but I was told afterwards Montolivo looked up and said to the referee when he got injured, "That has cost me the World Cup." He knew straight away that he'd broken his leg.
It was very sad to see, it really was, especially so close to a World Cup. Never nice to see, but he has come back very, very strong, and as you've already mentioned, he's a key component of this Milan side, regardless of players that are coming in. Here we are, free kick, very similar position in which the goal was scored.
Now, will they just back off a yard or two, Bayern, having conceded? No is the answer. Maybe slightly, maybe half a yard. Still a lot of room in there, and it's gone in the same area. Tolisso did well, and Coman gets a free kick off Rodriguez. Why do they press up so high?
I don't believe in it, so I'm trying to work out exactly what the benefits are. Key players offside, but if there's a run from deep, there's just a vast area to go and hit. And also, Montalivo on both occasions over the free kick, he's gone as if he's going to put the free kick in first. Then what happens is the back four, the back five, whatever it ends up being, drops. Some of them drop, some of them don't. They're clearly not as well organised as they would normally have been.
Of course, they don't have Manny Neuer behind them at the moment. Alaba taking on Abate. Decent. Lewandowski. Coman went over. Good leap by Friedel. And a good stretch by Abate, the veteran right back. Nothing like the impact Ribéry had on the first game on this tour so far. In fairness, perhaps one of the differences, Keith, from Ribéry's point of view, he was up against young Ashley Maitland-Niles, not necessarily naturally used to playing at right back for Arsenal in the first half, compared to a man with so many years of Serie A experience in Abate. Bayern have a free kick on the edge of the box. Musacchio.
I think he knows. It's a clever little give and go. It's the first time we've really seen Muller, Lewandowski combine to any good effect. Clever position that Muller does pick up. Such a key part of what Munich do. He'll be disappointed with the season he had last season. I'm sure he'll be looking to get more game time. It's a fantastic opportunity for Munich.
Donnarumma's not had a save to make yet, has he? Lewandowski hasn't really had a chance or a goal threat yet, so he's looking like he wants to seize this moment. Alaba threatening to have a hit also. It is Lewandowski though, and it's straight to the middle of the wall. Muller had another swipe at it. Third time it comes through, but it's the wrong side of the post for Bayern.
Well, realistically, it was always going to be Lewandowski taking the free kick, regardless of Alaba's little jog on the spot. To replay the little give and go. Musacchio knows exactly what he's doing. Poor free kick into the wall. Montalivo as it comes back though. It's great reactions. Good controlled strike. And Donnarumma in all kinds of trouble.
Rodriguez helped on by Bonaventura, just away from Montalivo. Lewandowski. Ribéry, oh, he couldn't go, didn't read it.
He just put the brakes on, hadn't he? Check back just for a simple pass. That split second. Lewandowski released the pass.
Hummels charged onto it. Second touch by Alaba, and Abate happy to let it run out. There's the experience I was referring to.
I think he's such a clever defender, but also you've got to factor in the protection that he's been given. And it's been Niang, Kessie, three in midfield, Montalivo at times coming over. Just cover those areas as Ribéry likes to drive inside. There's been constant traffic in there, so even when Abate's been faced up 1v1, he's always got protection within 10 to 15 yards.
Approaching 300 Serie A appearances, Abate.
Для Баварии было заменить ушедших на пенсию Филиппа Лама и Хаби Алонсо. Жаль, конечно, что это случилось так рано.
Thomas Muller. Ribery again. And still. A lot of black shirts for him to take on. He's weaved a path through them brilliantly, but Lewandowski couldn't finish it.
Well, that was just mercurial. The feet that he showed there, the quickness, the cleverness, and how close he kept the ball to him. Milan defenders know they can't dive in. Just stoked it up a notch, hasn't he, Ribery?
Rafinha made a run unseen by Alaba, goes left instead. Here's Ribery once more. Can't weave it through this time. Back by Tolisso to Martinez. Friedel across to Hummels. Well, it's nowhere near Mats Hummels' level, that. Here goes Niang. And Bayern are stretched again. Cotone. Niang, well played. On it goes here to Bonaventura. Brilliant goal. Milan lead 3. And Crotone's got his second.
Well, it all came from Mats Hummels. Terrible ball. Such a simple pass to find Rafinha. And Niang has been so bright, taking the game to Munich. What an impression this young man has made on the game. Super goal from the Milan point of view, and he skips past Rafinha, nutmegs Martinez. Look at the space. It's way too much space. It's a clever little give and go. The first touch ball by Niang, Bonaventura, and again 4 jerseys. From Munich point of view, it's just so easy. They've just looked on another level this first half. Petroni heavily involved, did little give and go. Nobody picks him up, and Bonaventura puts the ball in. It's a relatively simple finish for the young man to get a second of the game.
Milan have come on this tour now under Chinese ownership to break new frontiers and win new friends, and this first half performance absolutely perfect in that respect. And dreamland for this young man. Bonaventura again. Crowd are absolutely loving it. And even now, Bayern look out of shape. Niang's ball in, deflected right into the hands of Friedel. Not blaming the goalkeeper, particularly, Keith, for much of this carnage, but, you know, when you're a young Bayern Munich keeper and you concede 3 goals in a half, well, that's a difficult one to wear, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, and I think you're right. He probably couldn't do too much about it. I think it's what's gone on in front of him has been disappointing. The organisation at the back, granted they are missing a few key individuals, but this is a vastly experienced Munich side that have been very much exposed at times in this opening half.
Coman. Damage limitation here for Bayern. Stoppage time in the first half. Rafinha. Zapata. 3 stoppage minutes, so if those are weary legs or just a bit of sluggishness, no respite yet for Bayern. I suppose Milan just want to keep playing.
They've been sensational, haven't they? Abate, just twisted ankle. Hopefully he's okay to continue. Ribery will be very, very frustrated. He showed a couple of glimpses, certainly in the latter stages. That trickery, those quick feet that he possesses. But Munich have been nowhere near the levels. Sure, we'll see the introduction of this man in the second half. Good signing.
James Rodriguez warming up like he means it. You don't need to warm up here, of course, but stretching like he means it. little counsel with the medical staff. Montella apparently is a man who is meticulous about physical stats, he wants physiological reports on every player every 2 or 3 days, I understand.
I think that's very evident in what you're looking in this opening half. The team are clearly in very good shape. Just assume that maybe they might not be near in terms of their preparation. Hell out them in pre-season training in Munich, been back in longer. Season starts before Serie A season. But they've been a very potent force in this first half. Milan.
And Bayern, nothing like their real selves. One last chance here in the first half, perhaps, but that link between Muller and Lewandowski not working in this game for Bayern Munich. Almost unheard of this for Bayern Munich. They conceded 4 times, of course, against Real Madrid in that epic Champions League semi-final. They also conceded 3 against Borussia Dortmund late in the last season in the Cup semi-final, but against Milan in 1/2 in a pre-season friendly, nobody saw this coming. But they have conceded 3 more here, and Milan have stepped it up hugely from their opening performance in the International Champions Cup. Very impressive in front of their adoring new public here in China. And at half-time, time for a rethink here for Bayern. It's Bayern 0, Milan 3.
International Champions Cup, Monday on Premier Sports.
What's that gorgeous fragrance I can smell all over you?
Oh, that's just me, darling.
Yeah, right. She's just been washed in Comfort Intense.
Comfort Intense? You mean I can smell as fresh as her? Woohoo!
Comfort Intense, with intense freshness that brings your clothes to life. Presenting Comfort Intense Perfume Pearls for our freshness experience like never before. Great on their own, fabulous together.
Welcome to QuickBooks. Manage your small business finances with it. Customize and send invoices in seconds. Get paid faster. Automatically calculate self-assessment and VAT. Run payroll with ease. And connect everything to your bank account. All using an effortless solution that's great for accountants and used by over 1 million small businesses. QuickBooks makes any place your place of business. See your finances in a whole new way. Search QuickBooks today. Now with up to 50% off for your first 6 months. QuickBooks. Your accounts and taxes done.
The goalie has studied every one of your shots. She knows you're going for her left corner. She even teases you calling the shot. But her legs are the ones trembling, not yours. Time to shine. Extra.
Dogs have always had subtle little ways of telling you when something's wrong. But with gum disease,
It's not that easy. So Pedigree developed Dentasticks. Just one time scale up to 3 times longer.
At Bupa, we don't just insure, we care. We understand how important family is too. That's why you can save 10% on our family cover, with expert advice from nurses and GPs, and specialist support when you need it most, to help you get back to the things you love sooner. For more than just health insurance. For living. Bupa. Save 10% on family cover. Call 0800 804 4111 now.
NRL Round 20 continues this weekend.
What a superb try to the St George Dragons.
He's herring through after the ball. He got it. Wonderful try.
The NRL on your #1 channel for Rugby League.
Rodriguez, Niang, who was sensational in the first half, pulls it back, little ricochet, but Kessie providing that industry energy from midfield, and once he pops up, had the composure just to slot it past Bernat on the Munich line.
No Manny Neuer on this tour for Bayern. It's young Christian Früchtel in goal. I think Bonaventura was trying to embarrass him here, but in its own way it was quite embarrassing at times. Lewandowski looking short of his sharpest at the moment. That must be said as well, Keith.
I think there was 2 or 3 goals for Lewandowski if he had been at the type of intensity we've become accustomed to. Niang here miscontrols the first one. Once he does, he pulls it into a great area. 6s and 7s, the Munich defence yet again. Catrone was just waiting for that one on the 6-yard box. Fortunately, Früchtel manages to scramble it.
Second goal, and the first of his Milan senior career for Patrick Cutrone. A marvellous moment for him, but Bayern Munich just looking asleep defending this.
Really high line. Rodriguez again involved, puts it right on the money. And Cutrone, it's a beautifully executed header. Früchtel no chance in the Munich goal.
And look what it meant to the youngster, just 19 years of age. It would get better for him. It didn't get much better for Bayern in the attacking sense. Lewandowski again having a couple of hits. First into the wall, the second wide of Donnarumma's left post. Frank Ribéry working a little bit of the magic, but it's been in short supply in the first half. Through the legs of Lewandowski that time. And back came Milan to add more insults to this from that point of view. Crotone again, Bonaventura rolling it into his path, and again he losing his men, his defenders all too easily, this young man. His second and Milan's third.
Well, he continued his run, Bonaventura, the one from midfield, to go and provide that attacking prowess for this one. Pulls it back, and it's a simple finish for Patrick Cutrone.
And Milan thoroughly seizing the moment here in Longang in front of their new fans, the legions of them under Chinese ownership now, and they've made a huge impression here in this first half. It's been all Milan. Rejoin us shortly, please.
NRL Round 20 continues this weekend.
What a superb try to the St George Dragons.
He's herring through after the ball. He got it. Wonderful try.
The NRL on your #1 channel for Rugby League.
Gareth and Julie, Winston Wolfe. You're looking to insure your house through a price comparison site? Look, if you think you'll only find the best home insurance deal there, then lots of luck.
Coffee, Mr. Wolf, lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Oh, thanks, Morag. I'll see you crazy kids around.
New Hellman's ketchup only sweetened by honey. We care about making our ketchup more natural, and we care about spectacular taste. Because at Hellman's, we're on the side of food.
Now available at Tesco.
Fashion Week backstage at the Misha Nunu show.
This show is inspired by nature's beauty, so for the hair, I wanted products inspired by nature. I asked Chris if I could get the results I need.
With Tresemme, definitely.
Okay, show me.
I use Tresemme Botanique.
Enriched with coconut oil and aloe vera, no silicons or dyes, it nourishes for healthy-looking, shiny hair.
It looks so healthy. Now I'm ready for the runway.
Tresemme, used by professionals.
Airwaves in a bottle. So you can always keep that kick handy.
Elmley, especially for me and you. It's so tasty, really delicious too. With strawberries, cakes and mousses, so many possible uses. Elmley tastes sweet, a welcome treat on a pudding that's made for two.
Elmley, the taste of summer.
I lost my sight when I was 14 years old, so I really navigate the world by touch. I think Dove asked me to try out this body wash because I'm so in tune with my hands and how things feel to me. When I pumped it out, I was like, oh, this is different. The foam was really light, fluffy, weightless, and it feels really moisturizing, not sticky. I've never tried anything like this as a body wash before.
Discover the feeling of new Dove shower foam. It's light, it's different, it's foam. Now available in Boots.
Buenos dias!
If you're looking for a great deal on superfast fibre broadband, PlusNet can help you out. Keep the whole family happy with unlimited fibre broadband and line rental from one simple price of just $24.99 a month for 18 months.
Wi-Fi code?
Superfast fibre broadband and line rental from $24.99 a month for 18 months now with £50 cashback.
Eat my dust, suckers.
Hurry! Offer ends 25th of July. Call 0800 028 8888 now. PlusNet will do you proud.
Join us for a short summer break at Butlins by the Sea. For our best deals, book your break at butlins.com today.
And what a goal! What a goal! Absolutely astounding!
The International Champions Cup, Monday on Premier Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. The Longan Stadium still buzzing after this first half display by Milan, who lead Bayern Munich 3-0 at the break in this International Champions Cup meeting of two of Europe's greatest football clubs. Only one team in it here so far, and all that on limited possession, Milan, but they are the team that's had the cutting edge, playing to a good game plan. Lots and lots of energy from Montella's men here as they step up their pre-season preparations. They looked very, very rusty and in need of some hard training when they opened against Borussia Dortmund, but clearly they have been working hard. Bayern made a couple of changes, and only a couple to their starting lineup after their opener against Arsenal, and perhaps signs that putting back-to-back games together was a little challenging for some of the players at this stage. Some teams have been making wholesale changes at the break in these games, and others just dripping them in twos and threes. James Rodriguez was clearly very keen to get involved for Bayern, as it all went wrong in the first half. And one enforced change, the other downside, of course, to pre-season, taking injuries on board. And Juan Bernat limped off for Bayern. It looked like a little bit of a problem to his left ankle.